Well, back home in southern Arizona, we're hearing about the war from someone who's experienced it firsthand. A religious leader who's seen that war close up in Israel and in Ukraine was visiting southern Arizona this week. KGUN 9's Craig Smith heard the special perspective of the chief rabbi of Ukraine.
Oro Valley is certainly a long way from the Middle East or Eastern Europe, but we came here to meet with a chief rabbi of Ukraine who has personal experience with the war in Ukraine and the war in Israel.
The shock that many people are going through in Israel now, I went through that shock in Ukraine. When Russia attacked Ukraine,
Rabbi Yaakov Bleich has been in and out of 2 war zones. He says just this month he went from the U.S. to Israel, to Ukraine, to Israel, and back to the U.S.
Both in Ukraine and in Israel, bombs and rockets are being shot to every and all cities throughout the country.
He sees strong parallels between Russia's attacks on civilians in Ukraine and Hamas attacks on civilians in Israel. And he says Russia welcomes the bloodshed in Israel as a way to divert world attention from Ukraine.
All you have to do is open up Russian television. You could see the glee and the happiness that the Russians were celebrating, and I'm using the word celebrating, the attack of Hamas on Israel.
Rabbi Bleich says Palestinians should have a state to call their own.
There's no question about it. Where that state should be, whether it should be in Jordan, whether it should be in one of the or in the territories of one of the 22 Arab countries that are surrounding Israel or not, that's something that they should decide along with that's a political decision, not a religious decision.
He does worry the conflict in Gaza could become a wider war.
What the danger today is Iran getting involved in this conflict on the ground, which they have threatened that they will do if Israel goes into Gaza. Israel threatening if Hezbollah attacks that they're going to take out the Iranian leadership. This thing we're at a crossroads, basically, the world.
Rabbi Bleich notes the U.S. has a long history of supporting Israel, and he hopes Ukraine can count on our support, too.
I've witnessed the breakup of the Soviet Union, the development of Ukraine as a democracy, civil society, the religious communities, and other parts of society developing, and I think that's an ally that's worthy of support of the United States. I think the United States will be supporting not only Ukraine, but the entire world, especially our allies in Europe, by stopping Russia from continuing this war.
In Oro Valley, near Lambert and La Cañada, Craig Smith, KGUN 9.